How different would your life be if every moment of it had been dedicated to one thing? What if you then lost the one thing you'd wasted your life for? It's an intriguing idea. One that this comic fumbled. The Serpent in the Empress's Chamber promises a story where the protagonist loses her life's purpose. What it delivers in execution is, well, a little stinkier. Prepare yourself for one too many baths and a plot with more holes than Swiss cheese. Oh my god. The symmetry tool fears him. Despite devoting her body and soul to Emperor Laxus. This is really the name you've chosen, okay? Despite devoting her body and soul to Emperor Laxus and helping him rise to power as an illegitimate son, Empress Lanisha loses her family and is cast out of the palace due to the Emperor's paranoid suspicion that she might betray him. Now, Lanisha has only one goal, to bring him down. To do so, she chooses a new husband and ally in Cassius, a war hero brimming with fiery vitality, and so begins their tale of revenge and perhaps love. Lanisha, my beautiful and noble Empress, why do you weep so? Anyone who talks like that, craziest red flag. Absolutely red flag. Dun. What have you to do with those criminals? Bro thinks she's cooking. Bro thinks she's Shakespeare or something. Did you know them? Then take a closer look, my dear. Their reckless judgment cost them a crucial battle, putting all of Gentry at risk. If it weren't for Cassius, I wouldn't be surprised if we'd lost everything. So let me ask you again. Do you have anything to do with them? What answer does he want from me? If I want to survive, I'm to abandon Rotera and everything I am of my own volition? What meaning is there in surviving so disgracefully? Shoo! Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way! No, I have no ties to any of them. I can't die yet. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. You look tired. You're free to go. Rotera, the family that helped lay blah 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 blah. I don't care. Got your nose. Escort His Highness the Prince inside. Why does he look like that? Rotera made me, a bastard son, into an emperor. That means she can make anyone into an emperor, not just me. Bro has literally no place for his brain in his skull. Oh my god. They're literally white. Look at the white background, and then look at them. Laxus, owes the Rotera family big time. They saved the bastard prince's life and helped him assume the throne. In fact, Lanisha Rotera has more or less dedicated her life to him, becoming his wife and empress. Laxative, however, is paranoid and fears she'll betray him. To keep the power of the Rotera family in check, Laxative makes some wild moves. He annexes all of their properties and wealth to the empires, then starts a war to send them in it. Bro actually just started a war, just for that. I feel like there's almost definitely a safer, quicker, more efficient, and just like better way to do that though. But anyway, this is just the start of decisions. I cannot wrap my head around this comic. He orders them to an unwinnable battle and sends them to their doom, where he somehow is still able to retrieve their bodies and heads. And the fact that they got the French Revolution treatment at war, and not some sort of like cut or infection or stab wound. Something smells fishy here.
Fishy, fishy, fish, making it stinky.
You might just say that, oh, well, he just had them taken care of, but set it up so he looked blameless. Except that doesn't work either. He's so blatant with his treatment of our parents that others, like Cassius, notice the Emperor's play. He also did not need to sacrifice the country's people and resources to do that. He literally could have just, like, paid someone to take care of it. They tried to pull a Your Throne where the characters are masterminds, plotting and scheming, except they're all dumb. Nothing wrong with that per se, but it doesn't feel great when the story's trying to brainwash you into thinking otherwise. To be able to pull off Lelouch Lamp Rouge or Light Yagami type moments, you need exceptionally strong knowledge of your world and all variables at play. And you also need to keep readers at an information deficit. Readers need to know less than you do. That way, you feed them crumbs until, boom, reveal. The crumbs help to make that reveal make sense and keep readers interested. But if you give too much info, not only does it ruin the suspense and the reveal, it makes it very easy for readers to notice any plot holes, which there's a lot. Anyway, somehow Laxus manages to retrieve her parents' bodies, maintain their heads in a recognizable state, and then he locks their bodies up? Why? Is he that opposed to her giving them a proper goodbye or funeral? If that's the case, why did he even bother to have them brought back? He could have just left them out on the battlefield. For some reason, Lanisha also knows that this isn't the case. She immediately incorrectly assumes he didn't leave them out there. I don't know, man. I believe they're in the underground prison, and guards are stationed nearby keeping watch. They're already dead. What are they keeping watch about? And also the fucking 3D guards. God damn. Even in death, they remain in the Emperor's grasp. I don't know why they insist on showing this at the start of the story. We don't need to know her reason for revenge yet. We can just be along for the ride, and then once we start caring, we get invested in the characters, then you slowly start to show how big of an asshole he is and why she's trying to get revenge. That filthy bastard. I can't stand breathing the air. She's doing what people do online. People will, like, get upset at someone, cancel them because they've done something bad. But now that this person is, like, quote-unquote canceled, they'll start being, like, fat-phobic, homophobic, and it's like, no, you can't start caring about, like, oh, he's a filthy bastard now that he's bad. Like, that's not what... Why do we need to see this? Put me in her place. You said you love me. Why would you ever believe a guy like this? Why would you ever believe a guy like this? Like, I'm not about victim blaming, but at this point, like, it's you catch my drift? Grab. Hush. Canaria? Your family reunion? The fart millie. Oh my god. You try to meddle too much in my affairs. Even I don't know what I might do to you. What I gotta say to that? You know what I've got to say to that? That's what I gotta say to that. I know what button I need right now, because that's what I've been clicking. I've been saving these buttons in my other thing, so that randomly play them. So, oh, that is air horn. That is not foghorn. And that was also loud as hell. Stinky horn sound effect. Yes, please. Yes, sir. He looks like Santa Claus, but, like, bad. Are you implying that without your gift, she'll be less radiant? Oh my god, these assets are unbelievable. It's okay. Why does she suddenly look different? Like, her eyes were not like that at all. The Empress says it's fine, so I will let it slide. Give me the silk. That precious silk. What on earth is the Emperor planning to do with it? Quiet, he'll hear you. Whoosh. He's not cooking, he's burning it. Yeah, I fear the meal would be so foul that when they serve it, like cartoons, it's like they serve it like Scooby-Doo style in the platter with like the round platter with like the cover, and they take it off, and instead of like beautiful clouds of vapor twisting away, it's just like green fog that plays with this. Like they show off the meal and it goes brr, brr. You know what I mean? Why aren't you answering? Do you think that Empress looks beautiful? You ever want to know what my cover of Evanescence sounds like? That's a good chunk of it. Your Majesty, Sir Cassius requests an audience. Cassius sounds like some sort of like fungal anus disease. You know what I mean? If I could, I would play the Sting Fog effect every time. Oh, I forgot I still had this on. Whoopsies. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, when I show up to the symmetry tool contest, but he's there. I think I want to be cool. Bro, is the merchant that was about to be beheaded blushing at this guy? She's still just wrapped in the silk. What the? What is this? I feel like this is what it feels when they're playing like Mr. Bean at the optometrist when you go. And you're just like, what is going on? I just walked in halfway through an episode and he is putting lobster carcasses in some random woman's purse at the restaurant. Ugh. What? Like, what is going on? Cassius. What is it like to see the Empress in person? Mouth, she is breathtakingly beautiful. She is breathtakingly beautiful. You think the Empress is beautiful too? Are you absolutely dazzled by her? Me when someone mentions my special interest. I've been far too indifferent to the hero who saved the nation. Ew! That close-up was rancid. Okay. He is literally the color of the background. You see this? You see this? I'll consider what reward to bestow upon you. Missed opportunity. You could have used the word bequeath, which is always the better word because it's funnier. You know what I think of that? L. You may go. Wait for my summons. Yes, your majesty. What? Oh my god, what is that emoji? Why he look like that? This is, I'm not reading that line. I'm not reading that. Sir Cassius, how did it go? The Emperor is out of his mind. Might be the most rational character in here yet. Not even pink eye no more, that's magenta. That's magenta eye. God damn. Fine. I guess I'm too much of a people pleaser. Yes, that's a good boy. Squeeze, slam. Sir Cassius, how did it go? You've unleashed the beast. The Emperor is out of his mind. It's not like it's the first time. More importantly, what about what you were promised? At this rate, everything we've worked for might be for nothing. What is the Empress's name? You think you would know the name of his Empress? Her name is Lanisha Rotera. The Empress is Duke Rotera's daughter. Dude, go! Go, let's go! Run, that 8 years of the battlefield! Is that how they want us to fucking react? Genuinely. Ah! I'm gonna shit my pants and it's gonna glue my ass cheeks together. I swear to God. Anyways, I had never seen a knight so noble and strong. Rah! Ah, he was like a mighty Black Panther, and I greatly admired him. Wow. Yippee! Yippee! But the Emperor drove him to the most disadvantaged. Huzzah, did I have a stroke halfway through my sentence? Ole. The Emperor drove him to the most disadvantageous battlefields. Wow. Your Grace, if you go there, it's a death sentence! You know the Emperor's only sending you there to die! I'm gesturing wildly, but you can't hear, and you can't see, so imagine in your minds me gesturing wildly. Take that sword and strike down the Emperor! Yeah, that's actually the best suggestion anyone has made in this comic yet. Don't have a seizure? Hey. What other logical reaction is there to this? I feel like seizure is the only way to go, you know? That build is despicable. Why has he got like a chariot wheel as a necklace? That explains it. She's the daughter of Duke Rotera. He literally knew that she was in his, like, how do you not? Well, 1 + 1 = 2. I don't know. He told me to wait like a good little boy. What? Yeah. These two might actually be the most rational characters. I just wish he would stop lore dumping. That build is crazy. How many ribs do you think they had to take out? Oh. 20 billion ribs. Didn't seem like Laxus had X-Lax. Yeah, he seems like a bottom. Maybe bro is just finding every excuse to not admit that he's a cuck. And that's why he's sending his wife away to another man. I'm just saying. You know, I'm just saying. And rose up to become a hero, leading the troops to victory. How should I make use of the card that is Cassius? Oh my god, she got pink eye! Fellas, I fear she's got magenta eye. Maybe even double magenta eye. I mean, slip of the tongue. I mean, I would never fart on anyone's pillow to give them double pink eye. Nor would I leave my room and enter someone else's room solely to fart in that room and then leave. I've never done that in my life. In fact, I've never farted in my life. How dare you send me a Pinocchio emoji as if I'm a liar? How dare you? I'm ending the stream right now. Oh my god, I didn't think I had this on. That is not the toggle I thought I put on.
I never know what could on that head of yours.
Don't think too hard, just be hard instead, she says. Oh, I called you here because there's something I'd like to ask. Well, that's usually why people call people. Yep. Do you know which territory Laxus is planning to grant Cassius? Why is he steady like fingers together? You know, like the indexes together? Well, I don't need to. In fact, I could just pull it up, you know? Back in my pirate software era. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There's that emoji. Yes, your majesty. Found the symmetry to a second victim. His majesty the emperor intends to bestow, could have been, bequeath, the shine upon Sir Cassius through formal title succession procedures. Would have guessed. They're gonna make him the Duke of the North. They're gonna make him the fucking Duke of the North, aren't they? Cassius's garrison. We're then shown Cassius planning a possible coup later that day. Laxative doesn't contact him within a week to reward him. They'll revolt. Spoiler alert, that doesn't happen because they get a message basically right away inviting Cassius over. But all of that begs the question, could he not do this with the Rotera fam before? I doubt his forces are stronger than they were before a war. The drinks go down so smooth. Out of top 10 things that were never said. Yeah. But what is going on with Sir Cassius? Why is he built like that? What is going on here specifically is my question. Like, why is there no pants here? It's just black. Oh, who's? Yeah, like, why he got more titty than her? He's got a charcuterie board. He's got a charcuterie board on his table. Who up in they charcuterie? Anyways, better than the Shorpa planes, wouldn't you say? Anyways, if your next target is the Emperor's head, are you planning to become Emperor yourself? That's not a bad idea. 1 week from now. If the Emperor hasn't given us an answer by then, we'll take matters into our own hands.
Sir, you have a guest. They're riding in a really fancy carriage.
Oh my god, this is perfect. I gotta get this guy back in British. It's perfect in British. I'm losing my mind.
Sir, you have a guest. They're riding in a really fancy carriage. They look very noble.
This ungodly hour? If I go to the capital, I might get the chance to see Lanisha once more. Then maybe I'll finally be able to pass on the message I need to give to her. So she might actually come? Come? Wait, no. Come. We must prepare a new dress that makes Her Majesty shine the brightest. What is it? These stories always have like a weird thing where the main character has to be super nice to the servants and they all love her. Even though they're, like, borderline enslaved a lot of the time, but that's okay.
Sir Cassius?
What's all the ruckus?
You have a guest, Sir Cassius. Tyrion says you should hurry up and take a bath first.
What? I thought Tyrion went to get me a suit.
That's just it. A gift has arrived from the Pierced County. They've sent over a seamstress to make your outfit for the banquet.
When I get the chance, I'll send him somewhere better. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Where your clothes at? Creak, creak. Stop! Now are we seeing him in the bath? This is not what people say when they say they want gender equality. You know, if I had a dime for every time someone took a bath in this comic, I would have two. Which is not that many, but it's odd that it happened twice type shit, you know? Yup. I simply wish to have a little chat with Her Majesty before the banquet. Imagine the embarrassment if we showed up in the same dress. Let her in, but Your Majesty, she can't help it. She was never taught manners. Okay, man. You little brat. How is that dress holding? How is that dress holding? Oh no! Oh, it's already over. Oh, darn. Oh, poo. The comic ends with everyone preparing for a formal event which promises Cassius's reward. There's so much stuff that I just don't get, and yeah, I'm sure some of it would be explained later on, but like, logistically, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know how additional information could make the information that we already have make sense. First of all, she's like, oh, I can't just kill him. But like, why not? Besides the fact that there would be no comic, why not? I also think it could have been like way more fun if she tried to kill him and then failed. Would have been like, oh, whoops, my bad, my guy. I just like happened to have AK-47 in my hand. I just slipped. Whoop. Oh, my bad. It's the bullet just like happened to like fly dangerously, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, oh, whoopsie daisy, my bad. I was just, that would have upped the stakes like crazy. Also, did her family not vet Lexus? Why did they trust him on the throne and not put any sort of like postulation or limit his power or like anything to try to protect themselves? I don't know. His dumbass plans only work because everyone else is from Jupiter. And, well, let's just say, Lanisha's dad is just like, oh, I can't revolt against him. My daughter's there and, why? Just tell Lanisha to dip from the castle. She could just run away, right? He's already going rogue anyways. Just plan a coup and have Lanisha run. Last but not least, Canaria. Oh, I don't trust my wife. Let me, as obviously as possible, betray her by openly cheating with this woman. And also, her name is Canaria, which, what the fuck is that name? Bro, this is only slightly better than Gold Black Rose as a last name. Not by much. Not by much. And also, they tried to have Lanisha, like, own Canaria, be like, oh, she roasted her. But, again, she didn't even say anything cool. Canaria's she's fucking twice double graduate of Jupiter, I guess, because she's just even stupider. It would be fine if everyone was stupid and the comic was kind of aware of that and wasn't trying to be, too serious, but it takes itself very seriously and tries to be like, I'm actually playing 5D chess right now, and you didn't see this, but it's actually checkmate right now. And just like, no. So, yeah, I don't really know what to add besides I have so many questions. I don't think I've ever left the first couple of episodes of a comic with this many questions before. Not in a suspenseful way, in a, I'm a cartoon character scratching my chin and going, what's this sound? And there's, a shadow of an anvil appearing over my head. That, you know what? I don't think that's very clear, but I'm just gonna roll in with it. So, hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, it would be appreciated if you left a like. You know, let's get the let's get everyone who went to college to get more knowledge to drop a like. Okay, yep. If you would like to know future stuff, feel free to subscribe. It would be appreciated because I'm trying to reach 500, which is crazy to say. Can we get there before the end of the year? Uncle out.